Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them buckets. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Push him back.
Throwing, Mariota. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lock going to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Faking the give to Lindsay. He's Locke. He's got a man at It's Sutton that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain of 31 on third down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Got it. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm Christian Travis. I'm coming after you. Hey, world. Hey, go.
Block now on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try to draw Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to...
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It's taken on the 25. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
19 yards. First down, Tennessee.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Motion.
Now Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
First down, Titans.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. All day, baby. All day. One. Any day. 43's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Down. 10 Lobo. Hey, let's get this.
On 2nd and 12, Locke buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Tennessee.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing is Mariota. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Mariota to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Titans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. They just get the play off. Now Mariota. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Come on,
so second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Back to the air on second down. It's locked. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 16. On third and long, it's locked. And he's going to go down again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jackson to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Lindsey. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw it is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, Lewis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. One. It's just me and you. You go take.
On third down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 54-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Lock to throw on 2nd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Slam. Check 3.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Now Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 1st down, Mariota steps away. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play action now. Mariota. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 11-yard line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles, and it's the 49ers scoring again to open up their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run by Lindsey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the set. 57, Mike 57. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, orbit. Mike's 57. 5.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. With it is Jackson. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
That's good for the Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Clock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Ready?
On the counter, Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Get it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Step. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done, but they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
1st down, Titans.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Mariota now from the 50. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's coming. Check in. Check. One. Tighten up.
Fourth down, Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's got this down to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota going to give to Lewis. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
From the red zone now, Mariota. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Exit. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From midfield, here's Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Locke. Well, that's complete to Sanders. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, Charlie! 55, 55. Here we go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Locke. Left side here to Sanders. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Game situation. Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Iowa, Amani Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing on 2nd down, Locke. And he's got some space here. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
First throw of overtime for Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Double dog, that's the way.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Jackson. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. What can Mariota do in the OT? And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down. Mariota
to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready, 30 base.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Ready.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long.
61, matchbox, lights. Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Check, 42's the mark. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And that is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account.